when I read, I mean, it said, like, this is a true story told by a liar.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Didn't it say that on the first thing?
Yeah, it did say that on the
So when I read it, I was like, oh, I wonder what's true. And, you know, I wonder, whatever. I was just like, oh, this is wild. But yeah, I just couldn't believe how many times he escaped prison. I was like, damn, that guy is
he's a wild
wicked
man.
smart. I was like, okay.
He's very aware that he did something bad. He goes, look, I know what I did, and I should be in here. I was just upset, and I still don't think it's fair how many years I got. And that was his only real problem with it, in a way. So he decided to give himself a second chance. But we talked about tons of things, like movies. I mean, we bonded over having children and like what our aspirations of the future is.
Once I heard from Lee her feelings about him, I knew that this was a love story. Because I heard it from Jeff, but I didn't know if I could believe it because I had to hear from the other side.
You know, Derek had talked to her and was like, he was amazed by the fact that she had no animosity or anything. She just had so much love for him. And so to lead with that grace was a real gift to be given of how she felt about him.
Movies are built around suspension of disbelief. And Jeff's actions are kind of unbelievable. And I felt like just for me to have my own suspension of disbelief, I needed to be down there. And I think that's like honestly why I do a lot of this immersiveness to the actors, is because I have to believe it. I have to suspend my disbelief on set. I'm not in a video village watching, I'm right there with the actors. And I need to feel like it's actually happening.
We didn't meet before our first meeting on screen. And I think it really did something like fascinating to the scene, you know, without even trying. It was just there.
The interrogation of Lee at the end of the movie where they asked, have you seen this guy? You know, what did he look like? Those two cops that did the interrogation of Kirsten were the real cops that did the actual interrogation of Lee.
Like when they were trying to like figure out how they were gonna build this Toys R Us, I mean, those box stores are massive. Like they're huge, and they built an entire one. It is a real working, all you really would have to do is open the doors and that's it. And just start selling stuff.
We had to redo the entire electrical system. We had to get the water running again. We had to put 8,000 fluorescent tubes in. We had to put all the shelving units in, 40,000 square feet. We had to fill all those shelves with toys. We were having trucks and trucks of toys coming, and they had to be period toys because it's 2004. And it was so many toys and to fill up that store.
He's like, I want him, if he opens the register, there to be change
cash
in
there.
there. If he opens up a drawer that's in a random place, there better be forks or something that should be in there that's like real.
My biggest gift I want to give Channing is I want to unleash him in a toy store. I promised him that.
And Derek just kept telling, I promised Chan that he would have a fully working store, that he could do whatever he wanted. I promised him that. Put it on me.
God.
I wanted a movie where he, that could use his body, because as a dancer, he knows how to move. I think so much of acting nowadays is dialogue. Maybe that's the advent of TV, I don't know, but it's like people talk, and Channing can move, and so I wanted to use that his physicality to move, and I thought we could do some great physical humor. We talked a lot about Buster Keaton. We talked a lot about Charlie Chaplin, you know. I think his character is a bit like the Tramp in a way.
And I knew it wasn't just good, it was not Jump Street, you know, and it's not that, and it was gonna make you cry. I don't think you can genreize this movie. It's just a Derek film in a way.
I make movies about family. I'm like, being a father is the most important thing to me in my life. It's probably why I cast Channing and Kirsten, because it's the same for them.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have done this movie without having my daughter, like, and having specifically my journey with that is like, you know, I miss her a lot, you know, and that like loneliness and wanting, where that is something that was just imbued in there. Like I didn't have to create that falsely.
Jeff, he was just trying to be a dad. He was trying to figure out how to be a provider. He came back from the army, from the military, and he just couldn't figure out what to do. He didn't know how to use his skills in society. And he used his skills in a way that yeah, it's he made some big mistakes.
I didn't grow up bad, but I definitely am a couple probably bad decisions away from, hopefully not being in jail for 45 years, but I think we're all like 1 or 2 bad decisions like away from like having a completely different life. And like hopefully we can keep making the right ones or half right ones. And when we do make a bad decision, hopefully we can make another right one that will correct it if you're lucky enough.